Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Hey, Armstrong.
What
the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Hey, Armstrong.
You didn't even let me
Tell
clap
us so
us
you'll be
in.
flattened.
Oh, it's gonna be hard to find when I edit this because you just jumped right in.
That's fine.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Is he like a pig now?
Oh my god.
La victime, Monsieur L, he came to my restaurant alone.
Please don't do that.
That's my signal. That's what I do because I am a pig man. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery more, Monsieur Elg became very excited.
Monolg.
It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred.
It's quite a roller coaster of a life.
It was a rough day. No, there was no time for a phony to do the acting. Acting takes too long.
Not for me.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all? Seriously?
Je vous demande pardon, forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I mean, that's okay, right?
No!
Because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
I need to put up a sign that just says, "No perjury allowed." What you have just done is that, Mr. Armstrong.
No.
I will decide how to punish you later.
No, it's not perjury. Ooh.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. Maybe is perjury good to have? But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
Trials would be a lot easier if that's the case.
Maybe
It's not.
Maybe there's like a rumor that perjury's like great to do.
If you do perjury, I heard that the judge gives you a big bottle of lemonade. It's awesome.
Lemonade. Came to the restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him.
Okay.
There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mr. Elk became very excited.
It was like, woohoo!
Yeah, like what'd he say? He'd be like, I won the lottery. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I held him. I remember him shouting, yes, $500,000.
Presumably the defendant heard that too then, correct?
Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some vitamins that got stuck in his throat. He just swallows them whole, I guess. With no water or anything.
It seems we now have yet another incident on our hands.
He does like a whole handful at the same time, too. It's approximately 5 minutes later. So time's always a thing, but let's see. 5 minutes later, the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, go. Look at. Go to evidence.
Okay.
What's the radio time thing?
I think the flyer says
It's 1:30. What's the time of death? What are the
so
report?
1:30, and he died at. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30.
So that checks actually. But you
Wait.
it was between 1:30 and 2:30.
Okay, so if the radio program was at 1:30, then
Yeah.
it could have been like
It could have been.
1:35.
Go
Okay.
ahead and press it though and see what
Okay.
it says.
And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I am la multi-talented woman, monsieur.
You know, maybe
I just bounce back and forth.
Maybe he's gender fluid. We don't know.
I mean, yeah, but it's atypical, I guess. Sorry, what do you mean? There is la renowned chef Jean Armstrong and la tragic poet Clarice Armstrong.
Clarice?
Oui, I was writing a poem, an angry tale of a chef in $500,000 of debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Pourquoi? It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for la court.
Perhaps not.
I have some fan fiction too I'd like to get into. Sonic the Hedgehog has quite an adventure with Jesus.
Jesus. Oh.
It's ambitious. Please don't.
Hey, JC. Want to race? To hell?
That's sacrilegious.
It's very.
Okay.
But Sonic does get saved, so it's good.
That's good.
There was no time for a phony to do. Okay. So that didn't really...
Acting. Try that, yeah.
What about this? So just press around a bit. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from the payphone.
By your own argument, Wright. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear.
Indeed.
Bien. It seems la shadow of doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas? I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elg and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time after all. But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? Ah, you mean that's when the phony staged his act? We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony or if someone pulls up the answer on this phone. I don't know. Victim...
Let's press around a bit. Go to the next one.
Okay, remember the old man arrived not long after him. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, he comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong.
Good?
It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Okay. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
It's like a durian. I said it was worth one sip and nothing more.
Oh, so old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail.
How many minutes after?
Yeah, like 100? So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived? Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see, approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes? That's all?
It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time.
Fuck. Rats! I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Oh, maybe it's the other one then.
Try the other one.
Okay. Let's all say this stuff again. Blah, 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 blah. The whole exchange happens twice canonically. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after you arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 o'clock p.m. and 2:10 p.m., no?
Now, here we go.
Just after 2, huh?
When do you think that a radio program is?
Thank you for jogging. Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I don't like you. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I?
How much what you do?
The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony for no reason.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you.
And for no reason. Mercy bean. That's French, isn't it?
Not really.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. No, you will not contradict me.
You will not ever.
You definitely don't have evidence that contradicts me. Oh fuck.
Oh shit, I saw that.
Oh god.
I already know.
I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Your song is inaccurate. What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning number of a $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be le show, mon. Oh, that Monsieur keeps throwing me off so bad. Monsieur Elg was listening
Say
to.
monologue.
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 Monologue Elg was listening to. Monologue.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving la lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trite, if you have one.
I don't, I like time. The show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30?
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. He already knows. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. No! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over, there's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. He's a thespian. This victim was an imposter.
Oh, fellow thespian.
Imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder.
I want to be an actor too.
I want to join this troupe.
How do I become a voice actor?
I want to be like the hook-handed man. 2 hooks, no hands. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs at Tribune that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, rest in peace, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg,
Rest in pieces,
acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection! Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll.
You think I could be like an actor if I wanted to?
It's gonna be a while. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
I'm still rock hard. What is this? Music theory 101?
Are you still rock hard?
I mean, what can you do?
You need to calm down. Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m.
What, today? No, it's like...
The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. God, how do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is?
Your hand's like blistering, dude. You gotta stop doing that. I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Objection! Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What? What?
Now I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
I don't know, space. The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
Narg!
Godo, you gotta stop. Even we don't do that stuff. That's very dumb.
That's infected, man.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. Also, Godo, they have also a valid point. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once.
Yes, Godo.
Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Oh, dicks. Evidence? What's that? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
Zawa.
I thought I had... What is this, Kaiji? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elk concealed?
Okay. Probably inside. I don't know, I have nothing to base this on.
Where was the body?
I feel like inside. It'd be It would
have been too dangerous.
It would have been too dangerous to take the body to outside.
I'm sorry. What was that?
It would have been... Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribune.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant?
Dude, I don't know.
Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Tribune is...
Probably the kitchen, right?
Makes sense. I'll try it. The body was hidden here.
I see.
Nice supposition, and nice...
Maybe because the mirror was hiding
maybe we can back it up? Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Where is the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? Let's look through here real quick.
Okay. Oh wait, the small bottle was in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
So maybe he had the medicine on him.
Yeah,
and that's how it ended up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. Fuck that bottle. How dare you show that bottle to me? I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. Eh? Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. No, you don't, but this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
Butt medicine, Your Honor. I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? Then Mr. Elg visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day.
Medication?
Oh, maybe on the next episode we'll see.
Maybe on the next
Maybe we'll
episode.
get easier words.
We'll learn
on
how to
this episode.
seek some words.
Oh, gee whiz.
What?
What a tongue twisty.